problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go! Henry! Against the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Look, squeeze. Check 24.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Clear. 25. Protein, spit.
On first down, Everett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again, Everett. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Off play action, Everett. He's got his man here. It's Green. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
50, plant.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Back to throw. Everett. And able to find Green. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Buzz.
Throwing on first down, Everett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right there.
On first and 10, Everett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Looking to throw. Everett. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert. And it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
We go. 90 Wolf. And ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now they run with Mixon, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back to throw. Everett. Got a man open. It's Ross. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Move. Hey, 40.
Hey, high 7.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 22, Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with a field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Edmonds. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, this is Edmonds. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. Fourth-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on third down, Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, check 99, check 99, check 4, check 4.
They run it here with Edmonds. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Edmonds. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Murray going to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Rock it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He's got his man, Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 30-yard play on third.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
Hey, lock it.
Check 52. Check your hot lead.
Now.
On first down, Everett. Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. Lead, and it took a major
Up of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Back to throw. crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson, and the Bengals are going to win this football game.
Here we go. 50, plant. Let's get the ball. Hey, echo.
Off the play fake. Everett looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?